Hello out there, and we're ushering you into another edition of your favorite show, The Diaspora. And first, we'd like to wish you a happy new year and thank you so much for always staying tuned. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi, and in this year 2020, we have big news for you. Another Nigerian, Mr. Berero Efekoro, has just been elected as the Albany County Legislator in New York. You just have to give him a round of applause. And that's not all. Many states in Nigeria have really heeded to the call of NIDCOM to engage members of their diaspora for meaningful development. Kudos to Imo State and Ekiti State, as Imo State just had its first ever homecoming diaspora event tagged Rebuilding Imo and the Role of the Diaspora. Governor Emeka Ihedioha rolled out various incentives for over 2 million Imo State indigenes. You just have to give them a round of applause. We have this and so many more other stories on this episode of The Diaspora. Stay tuned. Welcome back. And now, Mr. Berero Efekoro, a black man and indeed a Nigerian, has just been elected as an Albany County Legislator in New York. Watch this. Congratulations, brother. And now let's take a quick look at the first ever Diaspora Homecoming event which took place in Imo State, tagged Rebuilding Imo and the Role of the Diaspora. The event witnessed lots of Imo State indigenes trooping in their numbers. Enjoy.
Diasporans, welcome home. Clap for yourself, Diaspora. Clap for yourself. Your presence here makes us proud. I, for one, know what you can do when you're mobilized. The theme of this conference is one of mobilizing the diaspora for participation in the Rebuild Imo agenda.
The growing role of diaspora in development has raised a new consciousness globally. Imo is gradually assuming a pride of place in the recent socio-economic and political narrative of our country, Nigeria. I urge you to focus on what is achievable and design a structure for your operations in the state. This is a new beginning for the development of our state.
Government and the diaspora, with a common objective of promoting or achieving sustainable peace and prosperity of Imo State and her citizens, as well as Nigeria. How can the diaspora participate in the Rebuild Imo project? I will attempt to enhance an understanding of the status of potential. As in many exchanges, I look forward to learning from each and all of you, as your presence here today, especially fellow diasporans, suggests some useful experience or a demonstration of your commitment to further the good cause of Imo State development. My presentation draws primarily from my own personal experiences of development work in Africa, including Nigeria. I'm a proud son and native of Umezawa Autonomous Community in Ibinembano in Imo State. With the warm blessings as well as words of wisdom, don't get into trouble while in America, come back and don't marry a white woman, you know how that goes. In 1982, my community, with its loving support and with that of family, I traveled to the United States in June of 1982 for my university study after graduating from Madonna High School in Ihite, Oklahoma.
Even though you've set the standards and you've set the pace, you are the very first to give us an evidence essay on diaspora, Professor Wazurike, and you are the first to put together an Imo diaspora summit. Diaspora Commission partnered with Parliament for setting up a diaspora commission, signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, because we know, Mr. President knows, the Parliament also knows the importance of the diaspora. We're talking about human capital development, and it's very simple. No matter where you go in the world, as Prof said, maybe you live, you have the best lives wherever you are, in America, in the UK, everywhere, but you know what, we're still coming back home. So what we're talking about is a partnership. Why don't we have this partnership, Nigerians at home, working with Nigerians in the diaspora, to build our country, Nigeria, and build our state? With the commission in place, we know that we need to do a few things, and let me tell you some of the things. One is, we have a diaspora policy that will guide all diaspora engagements. We've sent it to the Federal Executive Council. I hope they rectify it in the first quarter of next year, so that we have a policy that will guide all diaspora engagements. So a lot of you want to give back, but you don't know how. There's no structure. The Diaspora Commission is providing that structure to make it happen. Our Igbo brothers and sisters in the diaspora, as Joint Governor Emeka Ihejima and his team, to rebuild Imo.
It is indeed my pleasure and honor to welcome all participants in the Imo State Diaspora Summit 2020. And most states the efforts of government to rebuild, reposition, and positively transform the economic and social fortunes of the state. It is public knowledge that diaspora remittance through official Central Bank of Nigeria channels amount to over $25 billion annually, with an estimated 1.2 million of our indigenous, that is Imo, living in diaspora, Imo-lies account for a large chunk of these remittances. It is equally noteworthy that Imo people living abroad contribute significantly to the welfare of their parents and loved ones, as well as their relatives. Many of you have given scholarships to your people, built churches, schools, and health centers, constructed roads, carried out water projects, installed electricity in your communities, and many more. In most of these places, government could not reach, but you extended our hands. We deeply appreciate it. For our diaspora, therefore, we believe that the best is yet to come. There are many areas in which you can invest at home. From agriculture, hospitality, gas, power, infrastructure, etc. We will need investors who can partner with us, as well as build the necessary preparedness to integrate forward through industries and services that will harness these primary products for greater benefits.
Congratulations, Imo State, and let's hope other states will do the same soon. And now we go on a quick break. See you shortly.
Ha! Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down.
Do you have a job where you're going to? No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
It really was a pleasure to be there at that first summit and to wonder whether there would be a second summit. But if anyone knows Honorable Abike Dabiri well, she certainly is one who is so determined and so committed. But at that first summit, we were focused on the investment opportunities and our macroeconomic context. That was at least the theme of what I spoke about. But the theme of this second summit is leveraging diaspora resources for economic growth. I think we can explore how diasporans in the financial industries in their countries of residence can partner with local private capital companies to raise capital in both jurisdictions for investment. So very much is possible. There's a lot that is possible. In the past 4 years, our major focus as a government has been on infrastructure development, rail, roads, bridges, power. Our infrastructure spend is by far the largest in Nigeria's history. We have something called a green bond, which is Africa's largest sovereign environmental fund. And that's also one which we think there can be some interest by our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. What we've tried to do with that bond is basically to focus on certain specific areas of investments in renewable energy. The bond is one that provides resources for several things, and we think that the diasporans can invest in this bond because, as we've seen, it's a very lucrative bond, and at the same time, it has an important economic and environmental purpose. So let me again commend the excellent work done by the Diaspora Commission under the inspirational and committed leadership of Honorable Abike Dabiri, the executive chairperson of the Commission, and all our brothers and sisters from the diaspora who have contributed to the success of this summit.
Our diaspora delight is John Abraham Godson, first black member of the Polish Parliament under the center-right Civic Platform Party in a white country. A former charismatic minister of the Church of God in Christ, Poland. A philanthropist committed to uplifting the welfare of Polish citizens and Nigerians. Godson is an agronomist with a passion for ranching. He has a ranch in Abia State, Nigeria. John Abraham Godson is also an educationist with numerous degrees. He believes culture is the new frontier for the socio-economic empowerment of nations. A Polish citizen, born and raised in Nigeria, proudly Nigerian. Brought to you by Nigeria Diaspora Commission.
To effectively engage the diasporans at the grassroots level, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission has announced its plans to hold its inaugural town hall meeting for the Diaspora Focal Point officers. This was announced at a meeting with the Secretary to the Commission, Dr. Sule Yakubu Bassi, and the Chairman AU, Mr. Macaulay Kano. Watch this.
We have written to the states to request them to set up Diaspora Focal Point offices and officers in the states. So as I'm talking to you, 17 states have Diaspora Focal Point offices. Yes, in the governor's office, because we try to detach it from the ministry, because we don't want too much bureaucracy. We want speed in implementation. So Abia State is again in the forefront of that. They have a special advisor to the governor on diaspora matters. We are just about 6 months old, yes, and we took off effectively in May this year when our chairman, Honorable Abike Dabri Irewa, was confirmed as the substantive chairman and CEO of the commission. So we are engaging with the states. We are asking each state to at least have a database of its own indigents in the diaspora and to challenge them, not to coerce them, but to challenge them to engage with their states, either by way of programs or projects. They could participate in developmental programs in the states or participate in developmental projects in the states. They could also set up enterprises in the states. And with the globalized world of today, you can be anywhere and run anything. We are going to have town hall meetings in all the continents to try and at least set up a momentum for our diaspora to remember home. Just like President Buhari says, they shouldn't forget home. The things AU is doing with the diaspora,
well, I think it's important to understand the office of the African Union, because we come up with the framework and the policies that governs the diaspora issues across Africa, which always worked with the heads of states as a recommendation and adopted for implementation. So my advice always is that it's always important to understand what African Union is doing to be in line with what the continental plan is. And I mean, she was there at the meeting that we had last month. And I think it's important to understand about the Agenda 2063. I don't know how much, that's why for me, it was important to really visit and help to explain what is happening on the continental level. So we have the 6th region. Are you aware of the 6th region?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the 6th region is a very important aspect for the heads of states in Africa. And officially, I'm the global facilitator for the 6th region. So I help with the AU in helping organizing the diaspora all over the world. But also I'm an elected officer for the Americas. I represent issues. So actually my head office is in Canada, representing the whole of the Americas. But of course I'm always in Africa every month because our office is in Addis Ababa. But the diaspora office for the Americas that I represent is in Canada, that oversees North, South, Central, and the Caribbean states. So there's a lot of work that is being done that I think it's important to coordinate what is happening with your office. And it's always important to know that Nigeria is being looked up as to really take the forefront. And I would really wish to see how to work with your office to help in making sure that we continue to lead.
And during the week was a tweet by renowned American rapper Cardi B on her intentions to file for Nigerian citizenship. Here's how Billboard put it.
Everyone jumped on the floor. She was talking, but not anymore. Maxi, your best I can talk.
If World War III actually goes down, Cardi B already has an escape plan. Shortly after Donald Trump issued an airstrike against Iran last week, the rapper took a jab at the president for his decision to kill the nation's major general, Qasem Soleimani. Writing on Twitter, "It's sad this man is putting Americans' lives in danger. Dumbest move Trump did till date. I'm filing for my Nigerian citizenship." Well, it looks like Nigeria's government is down. One official responded with, "As one in charge of the diaspora for Nigeria, we can't wait to receive you again. Our doors are open, sister."
Well, our doors are open, just as the chairman CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission said. And trust Nigerians, we've been giving her different names from Chioma B to Kafila to Ajoke and so many more others. And talking about music, what was your favorite song in 2019? Best believe mine was Burna Boy's Anybody. And coincidentally, it seems like I have something in common with President Barack Obama. He created a 2019 playlist and 2 Nigerians made it on that list. Rema's Iron Boy and of course Burna Boy's Anybody. Nigerian music is indeed taking over the globe. And now I'll leave you with my favorite song, Barack Obama's favorite song, and I'm pretty sure it's your favorite song. And thanks so much for being a part of the show. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. And remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at nidcom_gov, on our Instagram page at nidcom_gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network News on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.